So I had the brilliant idea of getting really, really high and just grinding out a bunch of videos for no reason. And this is my third video in this series. I didn't explain the premise of the series well, but who the fuck cares? Anyways, so here's the thing. Here's what happened. Last time, it may look a little different, like it may be a little different time of day than last video, because last video, I ended the video and I was like, you know what sounds fucking good right now? A chicken pot pie. So I had a chicken pot pie and a bunch of chips and I was like, yeah. And then I was just like vibing and I fucking passed out. I woke up, remembered, oh shit, I had the video series idea. So I blazed up again, smoked up a little bit. And now we're here. Now we're here, boys. Alright. That's a lot of explaining. But anyways, this video, we're going to talk about the first time I got crossfaded. And this is a fucking miracle, boys. This is a miracle it took me so long. Because I didn't get crossfaded till I was 17 years old, boys. And that's fucking wild for me. Because I started smoking at a very, very young age. And I started drinking at like 10. I was drinking at 10 and smoking since I was like 14 or something. And it took me till 17 to get crossfaded. What the fuck? This is crazy. I don't know why. It never occurred to me to combine the two substances. And and when it did occur to me, I was like, I might die. I was convinced that if I combined the two substances, I would physically die and keel over. But at this point, boys, I learned about the crossfadedness, and here's the thing. When I try something for the first time, I can't do it alone. I can't get crossfaded for the first time just in my bed drinking and sipping on vodka while smoking. Nah, fuck that. You gotta be with the homies and you gotta make it memorable. You don't get high for the first time and just do it in your bed unless you're a fucking loser. And just kidding, I am a loser. But like, I try not to be sometimes, you know? So the opportunity has been presented to me for like a year. I've learned about crossfadedness, the crossfadedification. I've learned about it, you know? I've learned what it is, and I was like, I want to do that. But every time it's just like, the homies are like, yo, you want to get crossfaded? I'm like, boys, it's time. We're going to get crossfaded for the first time today, boys. It's time. I'm so ready. And then I show up and they're like, we don't have any drinks. You want to just smoke? And I'm like, oh, but today was the day, boys. We weren't even supposed to get crossfaded. We were just like, yo, you want to get drunk? And I was like, I guess. And this was a weird occasion, because this was one of the homies where they only hit me up to get faded, you know? Where they only hit me up to smoke with me. I've literally, like, I don't talk to them that much. Like, I literally, like, don't talk to them, and then like once a week they hit me up and they're like, you ready to get faded? And I'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, I come over right now. And I would come over and we get faded together. Beautiful friendship. But this time was the first time that I don't think we've even ever been drunk together at this point. But she said, we're gonna get drunk. So I was like, bet. So then I come over and I'm just like, yo, you ready? I'm ready, boys. I'm ready. And then they were like, alright, let's go to the bus. And I was like, what? So I kind of just assumed they had the drinks and stuff at the house, but that was not the play. That was not what was happening. And this changes my whole course of action here, because here's the thing. I had this homie, you know, and at the time he was hitting me up and he was like, yo, you ready? We're gonna fucking go to LA and go to a haunt and get faded and stuff. And I was like, bet, you know? But then, like, at this point, it's already like 10 o'clock in the morning, and my homie's bugging me like, come here, we're getting drunk. And I'm texting the other homie, I'm like, yo, are we still hanging out today? The homie that invited me to LA. And he's not responding. And here's the thing. LA is around an hour away from where I live. At this point, I don't even know how to fucking drive. I don't know how to drive, and it's an hour away from where I live. And the homie said that I'm gonna have to pay $50 to get into the haunt, and I'm gonna have to third wheel him and his boyfriend. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna be third wheeling the whole time. So when the homie was like not responding to me because it's 10 o'clock in the morning and that fucking homie sleeps till like 2 p.m. every day, I just kind of go like, fuck him. We're gonna get drunk with the homies because I haven't seen this homie in like a month now and I've missed them. So I was like, alright, boys, it's time to get fucking turned with the homies. So then we're like going on buses, you know. We're like going on buses, just venturing through. You know, we take a bus to like one beach. I'm not going to disclose where we take it because that's where I live. You guys don't get to know that. We take it from one beach and then we're like, yeah, we're at this beach. And then they're like, all right, now we got to go to a different beach. I'm like, why? Okay, buddy. So then we take it to this one beach. We get some fucking ice cream. It was bomb as shit. Boys, if you're an energy drink fiend, you know the Sour Patch Kid, the blue Sour Patch Kids Ghost energy drinks? Oh my gosh, those popped off. I got that, and we were thriving, boys. We were thriving. But the problem was, when we came back, we missed our bus. And it was so sad. And we were just waiting at the bus station, and then the next bus comes in a fucking hour. So I'm just sitting there with my Ghost Sour Patch Kid fucking energy drink, just being sad as shit. And the homie's like, I got you. And then that shit homie pulls out some wax, pulls out a pen boy, one of the boys, you know. And she's like, we got some weed, we're gonna smoke up. And we were like, fuck yeah, bro, fuck yeah. So we smoke up at the bus station, you know. And let me tell you, I don't know what it is. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck it is. But if you get a strong energy drink like a Ghost Sour Patch Kid or like a Monster or a Bang energy drink especially. If you're ever smoking or if you're taking Eddies, I swear to God, if you drink a Monster with it, it will like double the effect of the Eddies. I don't know how science works. I don't know if that's a real thing. But in my experience, if you take some Eddies and down a Monster, you're gonna get forked up, bro. So that's what I was doing. We smoked up and I downed my fucking energy drink and I was like feeling great, boys. I was feeling great. So then we're all just vibing together, like a little buzzed out of our mind, you know, blazed out of our mind in my bed. And we're going bus station from bus station, you know, bus station to bus station, and we eventually go to like the middle, like of the worst part of Long Beach, you know. We eventually dropped ourselves off. We dropped our boys off at Long Beach, and we went to like the worst part, you know. We went into this like local gas station. We just bought like a bunch of Four Locos, and then I was like, "Oh, were you like? Was this whole thing so we could get like alcohol?" And they're like, yeah, we're trying to get some beer. And I was like, I could have gone, there's literally a store right next to my house where the alcohol section's right next to the exit. I could have gone as like fucking vodka if you want. Why the fuck are we doing this? And they were like, well, I don't want to steal. And I'm like, I could steal. Like, it's you in no truck. Come on, boys. But you know, it's alright. It's alright. We paid for the Four Locos and we're having a grand time. And my homie at this point is just bothering me, just being like, yo, you told me we're gonna fucking go to this haunt together, the homie that invited me to LA. And I was just like, nah. And he's like, I have screenshot proof of you saying, yeah, I'm down to go to this haunt. And I was like, ooh. So then I ignored that guy for the rest of the night, obviously. Anyways. So we then go from the place we got the alcohol to right back to the fucking place we started at, which is like, it made me sad because I was like, we could have gotten better alcohol, we could have had Svedka, objectively better stuff for way less, because I would have just gone in for free if we and we wouldn't have gone on a giant bus ride adventure that took us like 3 hours of just constant busing, you know, for this just a cheap ass a fucking Four Loco, dude. Oh my god, that shit tastes like doo-doo. Dog water. We could have had fucking Svedka. We could have had fucking, I don't know, tequila, boys. Oh my god, we could have had whatever we wanted, and we got this dog water Four Loco that cost like $12 each. It was fucked up, bros. But anyways, so then we go to this like rocky place, you know, by the beach where there's just a bunch of rocks everywhere. And we sit at our rocks and we're drinking, we're sipping our Four Loco, having a great time, you know. We each have a Four Loco. All three of us homies just are sipping our Four Loco. And my homie's like, yes, I got this idea. And I was like, oh. And she pulls out some liquid weed. liquid THC. I've never had liquid THC at this point. And she pulls out a bottle for each of us, and she's like, it's time, boys. And I was like, oh, shit, you know? So they all drink the bottle like a normal person. Like, they fucking have the bottle like a normal person and consume the weed normally. And I was like, I have a big brain idea. Because I was like, you know, here's the thing. The Four Loko tastes like shit. I don't like the taste of Four Loko. I do not enjoy it. Every time I taste it, it makes me want to throw up. The weed kind of tastes like shit too. The drinkable weed, I know there's some good ones out there. But this one tastes like shit because it was a heavy dosage, and a heavy dosage of liquid weed tastes like shit. And this was shit. And Four Loko is shit. And I was like, hey, if they're both shit, I'm just going to combine them, because then I'd have to drink one sip of shit instead of 2 sips of shit. You know? Instead of going weed, I want to throw up, Four Loko, I want to throw up, I could be like, oh, I want to throw up. This was devastating, boys, okay? See, here's the thing. By itself, the weed and the Four Loko tasted like absolute shit. It tasted horrible by itself. When combined, it is fucking deadly. Like, I took a sip of it, and I did that thing where I tried to pretend like it's not, like, it doesn't taste like Satan itself, you know? So then I could get the homies to try it. So then, like, when the homies try it, they fucking throw up and almost die. I'm like, haha, it was bad this whole time. I lied to you. I'm not a trustworthy friend. I lied to you. But anyways, so I did that, and it was just the most dog water thing. Like, my friend legit could not finish her drink because she was so scarred from what I put her through. She, like, just, it was devastating, boys, you know? It was the worst thing it was like eating tree bark filled with a vomit in liquid form mixed with the alcohol feeling and the alcohol burns from Four Loko. It was, and there was caffeine there. Oh my god, it was I fucking hated it. But me being the baller I am, me being the absolute legend, despite wanting to vomit after every sip, I decided, fuck it, and I just downed that shit. There was like half of the bottle of Four Loko left when I started, and when I mixed it, and then, like, because it mixed, it was like 60% of the bottle. 60% of the bottle, and I said, fuck it, and down that shit, and I wanted to die so badly, boys. It was it was horrible. Like, literally the worst drink I've ever had in my fucking life. It was like, it's what I imagine blowing Satan tastes like, but worse, you know? I imagine Satan's cum would taste better than this, boys. It was not a good feeling. But when I downed it all, and when it all kicked in, oh my god, boys, I was in fucking this was the most fucked up I think I've ever been. And it was lovely. Like, I was like, I don't know why, it just gave me so much confidence. Like, I was standing tall. I was like legit, like, going like this, you know? Walking like this, and I was like, hey, what are we gonna name the homies? Because there's the 2 homies. We're gonna name them fucking Blue and Ruby. The dude's Blue, girl's Ruby, I guess. I don't know. So I go, Blue, are you fucking feeling the vibes right now, dude? Because I'm feeling the vibes right now. And Blue's like, yeah, I feel the vibes right now. And we're having a great time. We're like, Ruby, you feeling the vibes? And she's like, yeah. And then we're like, anyways, dude, you want to get some fucking food, Blue? And Blue was like, I would love to get some food. And I was like, yeah. And then, like, every 10 seconds, I would do that thing where I would stop him, and I would be like, Blue, I just want to let you know, I fucking appreciate you, Blue. I appreciate you so much, Blue. I fucking love you. You're a great friend. And Blue's like, oh, thank you, Alex. You're a great friend, Alex. I appreciate you too, Atlas. And we were vibing. And then Ruby's just in the corner going, you know, she's like, we need to get home. And I was like, nah, we don't need to go. We're at the fucking beach with the homies, dude. I kept saying, we're with the homies. I love it here. You know, I kept repeating that. And Blue was like, no, but I really want to go home. And I was like, but we're at the beach with the fucking homies, dude. You know? And I don't know. It was just a special day. And then Ruby eventually convinced us all to get home, you know, so we came home. And I walked home, and I don't remember most of that walk. I'm gonna be honest with you. Homie. It was like a 2-mile walk, and I remember maybe 2 minutes of it. And during those 2 minutes, I took a picture. I took a picture of like a fucking oil rig, and it was blurry as fuck, and my finger was in that picture. Editing me? If you're actually editing and doing your fucking job, editing me, put that picture up there. It's a beautiful picture. But the only 2 things I remember from that fucking walk home, like, it was a long ass walk home, and I only remember 2 things: taking that picture and looking at that picture for the rest of the walk and just laughing my ass off. It's an oil rig, and it's blurry as fuck, and it has my thumb in the photo, and it just says America. It just says America in big bold letters, and I thought that was the funniest shit ever. I sent it to literally single one of my contacts. Every person on my contact list received that photo, and I thought it was the funniest shit. I'm pretty sure I even posted it on my Instagram story. I thought it was hilarious. So, like, for 2 miles, I was walking home just looking at this picture of this oil rig that says America, and I was losing my mind. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. But yeah, anyways, so I went to sleep that night. I was like, this is great. I had the best sleep I've ever had. I woke up feeling like shit, and I texted my phone, and the homie I blew off that was supposed to go to LA with to go to the haunt just blew up my phone, and now he's sending me death threats. So I think that's great. But yeah, it's not as crazy as my other stories. I thought it was just a great time. It was a great time. I had a lovely day that day, and I look back on that memory fondly. And if you guys like this video and want to see more videos like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, homies. I appreciate every single one of you that does so. And hey man, I'll take a hit for the homies. You gotta take a hit for the homies. For every subscriber, I will take another hit, and if you keep going, I'm gonna get fucked up. Homies. So if you want to see that, press the subscribe button. It costs you no money. It literally takes 2 seconds. It costs you no money, homie. It's just a click of a button, and it will make my day, and it will make me smile. So if you want to make me smile, press that button. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. See you next time.